predicted to be the year of Alcindor. The former UCLA All-Everything was the top pick of last year's college draft, and a tails over heads immediately put a supercharge into Milwaukee's battling Bucks. Sports advocates everywhere pushed a myriad of mental pieces into play, and a basketball team that to many prompted only hazy recall suddenly came clearly into view and instantly indelible. The Milwaukee Bucks, an expansion team with limited credentials on the surface. 1 year in the National Basketball Association, a 27-55 record, last in the tough Eastern Division. Yet beneath all of this, they had a bevy of things going. A success-oriented management team, a dedicated coaching staff, the most ardent fandom in the country, a young, win-minded group of players, and now the game's most heralded big man, Lou Alcindor. Many questioned what Lou's presence would mean. How would he fit with the last-place team? Could he move the Bucks into contention? Was he physically capable of withstanding the night-to-night pounding the league's schedule demands? Alcindor and his new teammates answered these and other questions loudly, clearly, and together. From the outset, they made it known that their minds were set on winning. As a team, fourth place and a playoff berth was their goal, but first place and a championship was not out of sight. They did this and then some. They became the second winningest team in the NBA, taking 56 of their 82 games. They rose from last to second in the East, passing former division champion Baltimore and finishing just behind the eventual world champion New York Knicks. The Bucks took 5 games to destroy Philadelphia in the first round of the playoffs, and then 5 later were eliminated by powerful New York in the second series. The progress had been unbelievable. No one could expect any more. That was last year, a success story measured by teamwork, and everyone knew that this was just the beginning. Let's take a look at this high-powered second-year team, your 1969-70 Milwaukee Bucks. From the time the Bucks were an infant expansion team, the keynote was to plan and construct a winner. The master architect, head coach Larry Costello. Assistant Tom Nasalki, he knows nothing but quality materials. Trainer Arnie Garber, his toolbox contains more than Ace Wrap and aspirin. Dynamite Don Smith, a booster rocket he doesn't need. Only a skywriter makes better loops in midair than Greg Smith. Bob the Greyhound, lightning packed in a string. When John McLaughlin's radar's working, the basket looks as big as Lake Michigan. And Sam Williams, Emmett Kelly read his book. Rookie Bob Greason, with or without the ball, he was always moving. There were nights when Len Chappell could jump shoot the ball through a needle's eye. Flynn Robinson, when he got warm, even asbestos was unthinkable. Guy Rogers could still work his magic show. Dick Cunningham, Paul Bunyan's disciple. Fan favorite, Fred Crawford, a mustachioed jumping bean in sneakers. Lou Alcindor, he was the mountain and the king. Lou is an artist who knows only winning. His movements are rhythmic. His style, art forms, tailored to be complementary to his team. He has a gentleness of pace and quiet greatness. The NBA Rookie of the Year, a leading vote-getter in the MVP balloting, the league's second-best scorer and the third-best rebounder, an all-star and an all-league year-end selection. Lou led all NBA centers in assists, and only one other man logged more minutes played. In the playoffs, he had no peers, averaging 35-plus points per game and 17 rebounds each time out. His presence sometimes takes on a muted tone in favor of his teammates who become illuminated even in his shadows. Teamwork was the turning point in the Bucks season. Defense became a big part of their offense, and one of the reasons why the team never lost more than 2 games in succession. From December 12th, the Bucks were the toughest team in the NBA, winning 16 of their next 18 games and finishing 40-13 from that date. Because the Bucks' home floor at the Milwaukee Arena was not available, they were forced to Madison for the opening playoff round, the first 2 games at the beautiful Dane County Coliseum. These great fans provided as much home court advantage as possible, but it still couldn't be the same. The Philadelphia 76ers were a sage physical team with exceptional talent in all-pro forward Billy Cunningham. Luke Jackson would team with Darryl the Axe Imhoff to handle Lou, while perennial NBA great Hal Greer would backline with Archie Clark and Wally Jones. Coach Larry Costello, a former 76er himself, drilled his players thoroughly. They were ready. From the moment the ball went in the air, the Bucks appeared strong, and as many had suggested, Lou Alcindor showed his greatness when the Thoroughbreds went to the post. He scored 36 points and had 20 rebounds to lead the Bucks to a 125-118 win. Game 2 wasn't quite the same way, despite Alcindor's 33 and Dandridge's 22. Billy Cunningham had 37, and Philadelphia wins it 112-105. The series now moves east, tied at 1 each. The third game saw the Bucks set several playoff records as they rang the bell for 156 points, while the 76ers' late rally for respect stopped at 120. A big factor was limiting Billy Cunningham to 10 points. With the Bucks holding a 2-1 game edge, Game 4 was top priority for the 76ers. But Lou had his 3rd straight 33-point night, and teammate Greg Smith punched in with 25 marks and 19 sweeps. The final, Milwaukee 118, Philadelphia 111. Game 5 and a chance to end it came next, and back to Madison. Bucks fans sensed the kill as 12,868 swarmed to yet another playoff site, the UW Fieldhouse. As the game got underway, this great cheering crowd shook the rust loose from the old building's ancient beams. after the first 12 minutes, it was a standoff at 28 even. But a 33-point Philadelphia second quarter put the Bucks behind by 9 at the half. In the second half, the Bucks came charging back and narrowed the margin to 3 after 3. Then came the fatal fourth, an action that Bucks fans would never forget. Both clubs traded baskets in the early going. The Bucks drew even, and then John McLaughlin came through. McLaughlin tries his hand again. Whoops! Billy Cunningham takes the wrong route to the floor. Coach Costello dissents, and a two-shot foul follows. John makes the first, misses the second, but Dynamite Don drives it through, and their chants really make it hurt. On top of 25 rebounds, Lou puts away the final of his 46 points. That was April 3rd, 1970, the night the Bucks slammed the door on Philadelphia's playoff chances. New York was next. Their cast was star-studded. All-Pro Walt Frazier, who teamed with Dick Barnett at guard. The league's most valuable player, Willis Reed, was in the hole. Steady Dave DeBuscher paired with Dollar Bill Bradley up front. Comeback king Dave Stallworth was a big reserve. And captain of the Minutemen, Cassie Russell, later proved to be the Knicks' secret weapon. These faces and more got by Baltimore in the first round, taking 7 games to do it. But they were definitely the class of the league. The first 2 games were played in New York, and Game 3 was this Milwaukee scene. The Bucks were still looking for a victory. This was the first time during the playoffs the Bucks had a chance to play in the arena. A win was a must. Next, if the Bucks could win this one, everything would be even at 2-2 before both teams returned to New York. If this series had a key game, it was number 4. The Bucks controlled the opening tap, and already things were looking up. After a great Al Sindor fake and a quick score, Milwaukee fans were very optimistic. But then New York's DeBusschere and Reed combined on this spectacular. For a while, it was a seesaw affair, but storm clouds were rolling in. The Bucks didn't know it then, but they would witness some of the most devastating team play of the playoffs. New York built an almost insurmountable lead. Up by 6 at the quarter, the Knicks added 14 to their cushion in the next period, and at the half led by 20. After the intermission, the Bucks tightened their defense and made a great surge, and at the end of 3 quarters narrowed the lead to 3 points. Things were looking brighter, and the Bucks had 12 minutes to overcome this margin. Then, New York took the handcuffs off their secret weapon, referred to earlier. Cassie Russell, whose effectiveness to date had not gone completely unnoticed, played like he was trying to avoid a squad cut. Casual Cassie put on an unbelievable show of shooting, and New York once again took a commanding lead that would eventually bring them this game and would spell the end for the Bucks. As he had done so often, slick Walt Frazier was elected to stall away as much time as possible. Despite the fact they still had one chance to return east the following night, the young Bucks had run out of gas, and for all purposes, their playoff hopes ended with Game 4. The final on this one was 117-105. The 5th game in New York was strictly for the records. Milwaukee management knew that help was needed, and all the while they were working overtime to get it as soon as possible. After the fun in New York, they announced later that morning that a trade had been completed, sending Captain Flynn Robinson and untested rookie forward Charlie Paulk to Cincinnati for the great Oscar Robertson. Big help had arrived. Oscar immediately became a member of the family and joined his teammates and coaches in participating in a summer program which involves all of the Bucks, the Milwaukee Bucks basketball camps. He and the others spend the summer traveling to each of the many campsites, teaching young people the fundamentals of the game. All Bucks representatives lecture and demonstrate, and in addition, other top names in the game, high school, collegiate, and professional, make appearances and participate. Athletic activities span several recreational areas besides basketball and offer those who attend a well-rounded program that each camper finds interesting and unforgettable. The camp division of the Bucks organization is a growing concept. Several new campsites are on the drawing board, and if management plans are realized, Bucks basketball camps will eventually be accessible to most everyone in this country. There are many thrilling moments ahead for Milwaukee Bucks fans. Despite one of the smaller facilities in the NBA, Milwaukee was 3rd in league attendance. Yet new fan demands for season tickets have already exceeded anything in the past. The thought of seeing players like Jerry West, Chamberlain, Reed, Monroe, Cunningham, and the newest superstar, Connie Hawkins, and rookies Maravich, Lanier, Murphy, and the rest have Milwaukee and Wisconsin fans buzzing. The Bucks had an impressive rookie camp, and some fine prospects will join a strong nucleus. Oscar Robertson was looking forward to playing with Lou and his new mates, and while all this was happening, the Bucks family looked back and recounted their progress with an eye to the future. Lou Alcindor had been everything that was expected, and his teammates had done more than anyone had anticipated. The machine was just starting to move. Everyone in the Bucks organization is working and thinking toward that one day when all of the honors will be theirs. The big green line is building. Building toward a championship in the National Basketball Association.
This has been a special film presentation by Miller High Life, the national champion of quality.